Hey,
No, not at all.
talking about liquor.
Yes.
We're gonna do a little bit
Yes.
of grain to glass over here. Mel McMahon has introduced us to Moondrops Distillery. Now, how did they get under the umbrella of Indiana Owned?
Well, I actually met Mark at an event that was hosted by my dear friend and colleague Aaron Young, and he had some of his liquor there that I may have tried a little too much. I don't know, it was the first time we met, be kind. But he told me about the idea for the distillery, told me about the tasting room, and it just sounded like a fantastic idea and what we're all about too. So before you could even really access anything, we'd already had the conversation about why local matters and why he was doing what he wanted to do. And just exciting to promote something new.
And Mark, I use the expression farm to table all the time on this show, and that's, I like grain to glass every bit as much. Tell us about it.
Well, grain to glass for us really came out of the idea that we were going to do everything local, and it started with our machines. Everything, I'm in a 9,000 square foot building, and everything has the American flag on it, was built in America. So then we went to the next degree. All of our grains come out of either Hancock County or Shelby County. And it's all 100% local, made right here, made. It even goes all the way back to when we're finished cooking it, we have a stillage. That stillage is really clean grains, and we send it back and we feed the animals in Greenfield.
Hey, I want to show we're looking at the pictures of the distillery right now, but our Amisha Ramsey visited you all out there and did kind of like a pirate thief thing with you. Let's take a look at that video real quickly.
And it's just like when you were a kid and you'd do it with your straw. You'd put your finger on that like that. You'd pull the thief out, and they would fill their bottles.
That's cool. And
the rumor is, and the stories is, that some of the barrels would show up in the United States full of seawater.
And you wrapped up by saying that barrels would end up here in the States full of seawater.
That's exactly what happened. They would come over from Europe early on and supposedly bringing alcohol across, and I guess you left a lot of sailors with alcohol, and they figured out a way to get it out of there, and sometimes those barrels would end up with seawater by the time they got.
Now, you use the term moonshine in a lot of your products.
Yes, sir.
I used to be a reporter in North Carolina, and I always carried dog biscuits with me when we would go cover a still bust, because the pit bulls would be the first ones to greet us when we showed up with law enforcement. What made you choose the name moonshine? This is kind of a fun term now, right?
Well, it's totally a marketing word at this point. I mean, moonshine genuinely means illegal alcohol. There's nothing illegal about the alcohol at this point. Moondrops, the word was totally a tip of our hat to moonshiners. We felt that they were making alcohol the correct way, and so we just kind of ran with that.
Can we sample some of this?
I think we can.
I mean, it's early, but what the heck, huh?
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Randy's cautioning me to take it easy.
Well, I disagree. We have 4 things that we poured out on our tasting board here. The first 3 are the moonshines that we just spoke about. We have a lemon, we have an apple, and we have a peppermint. All of those are natural ingredients. The lemon has a lemon and a half, and you're reaching for the bourbon. Good for you. That is a 5.5-year bourbon. It's a high rye, so you're gonna get a little pepper on the back.
Okay.
But it smooths out really nice.
Oh, that's very nice.
That's fun.
That was a big taste, George.
Hair of the dog that bit me, folks. Now, that's a very, I'm trying to come up with words, it's very rich.
Yep. I pick
And it's
up
got a kind of a
caramel.
sweetness to
Yep,
it.
I pick up a caramel, yes.
Oh, that's so good. Now, I want to ask you about somebody named Big Mama, who's actually a gigantic still.
She's 540 gallons.
Wow.
She's 14 feet tall. She is absolutely a workhorse. She makes all of our products. She is a hybrid, which means she has the pot still at the bottom, but she's a column at the top. So that makes her really versatile.
So, Mel, this really does, it just fits perfectly under your Indiana-owned umbrella, doesn't it?
It does, it does. Our mission is to create healthier, stronger communities and more jobs in Indiana. And we do that by supporting business owners like Mark, who are trying to create experiences and create products and create jobs all at the same time. And being able to just learn about his passion for local and supporting local, and then being able to go have a private tour of the distillery before people were allowed to be in, just really showed how much patience Mark has, right? Because this is not a quick process, but also the love and the effort that went into it as well, because there's so much care and everything is meticulously done, and the space is beautiful, and I think that's reflected in the products as well.
Okay. Amber? I know
I love that.
I know you're pregnant, but maybe in a month or a couple of months, you and I can
That's right.
try some of this.
I'm gonna come back when I'm on maternity leave because now I can
we
have a
toast?
little.
Yes, let's toast.
I should say little
Cheers.
sip, but maybe big sip. Yes, cheers for George.
This
Thank
stuff,
you guys.
This bourbon is exquisite.
Is it?
Yeah.